Tesla has plummeted over the last year or two. Tesla was in 8th place among these brands back in 2021 of the 100 most visible American companies. Last year, it tumbled to 63rd place. Now it's at the very bottom at 95th.
Hey, it's GreyBTC, and after traveling to over 50 countries in the last 10 years, I've seen something wild happen. Tesla went from being the future to becoming borderline irrelevant. I'm not even exaggerating. A few years ago, Tesla was the dream. Owning one meant you were ahead of the curve. But now, in cities like Dubai and Malta, places I've personally been, Tesla barely turns heads anymore. You know what does? BYD. In Dubai, I kept seeing BYD taxis.
This is another BYD. Another BYD right here.
Ride shares, and even luxury BYD models pulling up at hotels. In Malta, a European country, I saw more BYDs than Teslas on the street, and the shift is happening fast. Even celebrities are noticing it. When IShowSpeed went to China, they handed him a BYD to test drive, and he loved it. That clip went viral. It wasn't just content, it was a message. China's already won the EV game, and the West is just catching up. While Elon Musk is out here getting political, trolling people on Twitter, and delaying every major Tesla release, BYD is focused on shipping cars, improving battery tech, and undercutting prices. The truth? Tesla overpromised and underdelivered. Cybertruck? Years late. Robotaxis? Still a fantasy. Full self-driving? A liability. And now people are realizing that Musk's genius comes with baggage. Political baggage, controversy, and a fan base that's starting to feel more like a cult than a movement. The result? Massive brand fatigue. Gen Z doesn't worship Tesla anymore. They mock it. They meme it. And most importantly, they're not buying it. So, if you're still holding on to the Tesla dream, it might be time to wake up. This isn't 2019. The EV revolution kept moving, and Tesla didn't. I'm GreyBTC. If you're watching this, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps keep these conversations honest. And let's talk about why this fall from grace happened, because it didn't come out of nowhere. Tesla didn't lose because its cars suddenly became bad. It lost because the rest of the world caught up while Elon Musk was too busy playing billionaire politician. Instead of doubling down on innovation, he doubled down on controversy, tweeting about population collapse, endorsing conspiracy theories, and turning his personal brand into a political lightning rod. And guess what? That turned off a lot of people. Investors, early adopters, and even loyal fans started asking, do I want to drive a car that now comes with a side of political baggage? Meanwhile, BYD was doing the exact opposite, quietly building, quietly shipping. Innovating blade battery tech that doesn't explode like Tesla's, creating EVs that fully charge in minutes, and entering new markets with clean branding and zero drama. The shift isn't just cultural, it's practical. You walk into a Tesla showroom now, and the prices are still sky high, the features still incomplete, and the timeline? Always coming soon. Meanwhile, you walk into a BYD dealership in China, or now even in parts of Europe and the Middle East, and you can drive out with a brand new EV, fully loaded, affordably priced, and ready to go. People don't want hype anymore. They want value, they want reliability, they want progress that actually shows up. And when I saw BYDs on the streets of Dubai and Malta, I realized this wasn't just a trend, it's a takeover. You can't fake adoption, you can't tweet your way out of being replaced. And that's exactly what's happening to Tesla right now. The stock charts won't say it yet, but the streets do. And that's where things get even deeper, because Tesla didn't just sell cars, it sold a belief system. And for years, Elon Musk wasn't just a CEO, he was a god to his fan base. These weren't just customers, they were disciples, people who genuinely believed Tesla could do no wrong, that full self-driving would be here tomorrow, that the Cybertruck would change everything, that Elon would colonize Mars and somehow save humanity along the way.
Why are we going to Mars?
To make life multiplanetary so that we can expand the scope and scale of consciousness to better understand the nature of the universe.
But here's what happens when you build a brand around worship. When reality hits, it hits hard. And the Tesla fanboys? They still won't let go. Even as BYD outsells Tesla globally, even as battery fires make headlines, even as promises get delayed year after year, they're still on Reddit defending Elon like their lives depend on it. And this isn't just cringe, it's dangerous. Because when you worship billionaires, you stop thinking critically. You excuse red flags. You ignore the competition. And most importantly, you stay loyal to a company that's no longer loyal to you. Tesla raised prices, cut corners, laid off workers, and still charged a premium for features that barely work, and the fanboys clapped. They clapped when he bought Twitter and ran it into the ground. They clapped when he made questionable decisions that tanked the brand's public image. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash while people cheer from the passenger seat. Meanwhile, the rest of the world moved on. China moved on. The Middle East moved on. Even everyday drivers, the ones who actually need affordable, reliable EVs, started moving on because they're not in it for the cult, they're in it for the car. And Tesla stopped making the best car a long time ago. And now we're seeing the ripple effects, not just on Tesla, but on the entire EV movement that Elon once spearheaded. What started as a revolution is becoming a cautionary tale. When the world needed leadership, Tesla gave us hype. When we needed affordable clean energy solutions, Tesla gave us 80 status symbols and a Cybertruck that looks like a meme. And now, while BYD, NIO, and even brands like Xiaomi and Geely are pushing boundaries with real-world results, Tesla's still stuck in beta mode, literally. People paid thousands for full self-driving features that still require your hands on the wheel. Meanwhile, Chinese EVs are integrating tech faster, producing safer batteries, and shipping globally at record speed. The scary part? This isn't about Tesla failing, it's about Tesla being outpaced. Because when innovation stalls and your entire brand is tied to one man's unpredictable Twitter feed, you're vulnerable. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Tesla was never supposed to be about Elon. It was supposed to be about changing the world, but somewhere along the way, it turned into a personality cult. And now, that cult is shrinking, not because the mission failed, but because people realized the mission was lost. This new EV wave, it's not coming out of California, it's coming out of Shenzhen. And while Musk is busy posting memes and getting into political beefs, Chinese automakers are busy rewriting the future, one export at a time. It's not just about beating Tesla, it's about making Tesla irrelevant. And if you're still waiting for the next big Tesla drop to save the company's reputation, you might want to look around. The world has already moved on. If you really want to understand how deep the fanboy delusion goes, just look at the way people defend Elon Musk no matter what happens, even when the numbers are right there. Elon Musk broke the record for the biggest personal wealth loss in human history, dropping over $52 billion in a single year. That's not just a dip, that's a financial implosion. And what did the fanbase do? They shrugged. They said, he's playing 4D chess. They blamed the media, short sellers, China, everyone except the man in charge. This isn't rational behavior, it's blind faith. And that's the problem. Tesla's decline isn't just about batteries or car models. It's about what happens when a company becomes a cult, when the leader becomes untouchable, and when fans stop holding their idols accountable. Meanwhile, the rest of the EV world is catching fire in a good way. New designs, smarter energy storage, better range, lower costs. Countries like China and even legacy automakers in Europe are taking the lead. Tesla started the movement, no doubt, but it stopped leading the moment it became more about memes than machines. And now, we're watching the inevitable fallout of hype with no delivery, promises with no product, and fans with no critical thinking. So, if you're still holding on to the old Tesla dream, you need to ask yourself, do you want to be part of a future that works, or just keep worshipping a brand that peaked 5 years ago? I'm GreyBTC. I've been on the ground in Dubai, in Malta, and across Asia, watching the EV shift in real time. If this made you think, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. It helps push it through the algorithm, and it helps more people wake up from the illusion. Tesla isn't the future anymore. It's a warning.